When there's water all around and you hear a gurgling sound, it's Tadlia learning to swim. If you hear a croak of fun and the froglets to it run, it's Tadlia learning to swim. It's Tadlia learning to swim.
Why, mindful Madeline, how nice of you to flutter by to say hello.
Actually, Uncle Ernest, I've come to warn you. The Froglets are playing a very noisy game of hide-and-seek, and Ribbit, whose turn it is to hide, is not a million miles away.
Funny you turning up like that. Here was I enjoying the day when I overheard the Froglets discussing me. Or should I say my portly proportions. Do you know, mindful Madeline, that Webster thinks my tummy is round so he can use it as a springboard when I lay on my back on the edge of Little Pond? And that's not all. Rivet thinks it's a day bed for little Tadlia to sleep on during her afternoon nap.
I think you should inform them that your tummy is round to give you that wonderful grand appearance.
Oh, I thought of that, as did Philippa, and said as much. And do you know what Bone replied? Bone said, well, if that's the case, he himself was grand, and Great-Aunt Alicia Frogmarch was a slim grand. To which our quick, witty idol added, if that's the case, Tadlia must be a baby grand. Well, mindful Madeline, I'm just lost for croaks.
Ouch! Great Aunt Alicia, can't you see me hidden here?
Young man, it is clearly time for a lesson in logic. The purpose of hiding is not to be seen. Can't you see I couldn't see you, seeing that you are hidden?
No, I can't really see that, Great Aunt Alicia. But please don't let the other Froglets see you talking to me. I'm hiding from them, you see.
Listen to me, Rivet. I have a very important story to tell you. A particular story, all to do with froggy logic.
Yes, I'm listening.
Well, as you know, Rivet, Mindful Madeline has become a very good friend of ours. This is a most surprising thing, because in the wider world beyond our two ponds, other frogs consume dragonflies.
You mean that they eat them all up?
Indeed. Now, the reason why we never, ever partake in dragonfly dinners is this. We are eternally grateful to Mindful Madeline for saving Uncle Ernest's life when he was a mere froglet himself.
Wow, what happened?
Uncle Ernest was, as I said, a young froglet and a very adventurous one. I expect that is why he is so understanding of you little scamps. Well, be that as it may. Uncle Ernest, who was, of course, just Ernest in those days, had strayed away from his group, and night was closing in fast.
Oh, poor Uncle Ernest. Where was he? What happened?
Do try to calm yourself, my dear young chap. If I omit to tell the whole tale, the important points of detail will be lost forever. Remember, Rivet, one day you will pass on this story to your children, and they on to theirs, and they on to theirs, and on, until the world goes to sleep.
But that's forever and ever.
Precisely. You are beginning to grasp the principles of logic. Now, pray, let me continue. It was a very frightening experience, that night of the storm. You cannot imagine. Every drop of rain seemed to be the size of an acorn. And you don't need me to tell you how large they are. It rained, and the river got higher and higher until it was lapping over the edge of the bank. I had to get the Froglets to a safe place. First, we reached Muddy Hollow, where the ground was higher, and I thought we should be safe. I found a nice, warm, cosy hole, where I had spent a winter some years before, so felt this would prove an ideal cover. Still, the rain lashed down. Muddy puddles started to appear on the floor, then the roof started to collapse. First one lump, and then another, of thick, heavy mud fell upon the Froglets. They were screaming, "Help! Please! Take us home! I'm frightened! Oh!" It was the blackest black the Froglets had ever seen. And the thunder boomed louder, louder and louder. Puddles turned into little streams, and little streams into rivers and seas. We were all scared and clung together. I had to reassure them. The water became muddy, thicker, slimy. Then suddenly, there was a mighty whoosh of muddy water. Walls had disintegrated. The next thing we knew, we were all swept into the stream as the riverbank collapsed. We were swimming for our lives. And some of the Froglets had only just learned to do so. But thank goodness they had. I cried out to them, "Don't panic! I'm here with you. Stay close together and swim with all your might and call out to each other." Oh, no, you're not. Just lie there on your back and drift with me for a while. The river is going to take us all in the same direction. Just keep yourself afloat, and I will come and find you with the next flash of lightning. Now, everyone, keep calm, and help the one who is next to you, if you can.
I'm so tired. I'm so tired.
Don't worry, Aunt Alicia. I'll swim with Clarty. I'll keep her going. Come on, Clarty. I'm here with you. You were named after Wet and Swampy. You can do it.
suddenly, I realized we were rushing toward the little wooden bridge. If we went beyond the bridge, we would go over the weir. They were all so tiny, and who knows what fate would befall us. The storm was unkind. The only time one could see anything was when the lightning was flashing, like fireworks. It flashed again and again. The bridge looked strange. I then realized that the bridge had collapsed into the river, but was still attached to the bank on one side. There was hope. Quickly, I called out to the Froglets and told them to grab whatever and wherever they could, and grab any other Froglet near them and help them also. Just get onto the bridge. Don't be afraid. Just get onto the bridge. The Froglets climbed up onto the bridge. It took an age. They heaved, hauled, pushed and pulled until we all at last lay, dripping and oozing, and sighing and crying on what was left of the little bridge. And still the thunder and lightning showed no mercy, flashing, crashing and bashing, though the Froglets had been so brave. We scrambled our way up the bank and crawled into the woodland. I was heaving a sigh of relief and thinking the worst must be over, and was so thankful they could all swim.
Bad news, Aunt Alicia.
What do you mean, Skipper? I could hear him, but not see his face in the dark.
It's Clarty. I think she's lost.
Now, listen to me. We must be calm and hope that Clarty is safe somewhere further along the riverbank. I will look for her just as soon as we find somewhere safe for you little ones. Actually, I was really rather worried, but could not let my feelings show, or all would be lost. We began to make our way to Little Pond, but the river was getting higher and higher. We would not dare venture near it. My worry was that the pond had flooded into the forest also. Tired and shaken, we made our way slowly into the dark woodland. The branches creaked and groaned. The wind howled. I thought we were safe. And then we all looked up, and to my horror, 2 huge owls swept down on us with claws stretched for us to be their next meal. It was then that the loudest clap of thunder frightened not just us, but the owls also, and they silently swooped away. Then, behind the trees, a scurrying and sound of the bushes being brushed aside, the lightning flashed again. Oh no, it couldn't be. It isn't. It is. Oh, please don't let it be. But it is. A gleaming, long, slithering tail. Rats! The rats had been driven into the forest by the rising river and were looking for food. I knew I must act quickly. the rats might kill us too. It seemed to last an eternity, the eyes shining, then disappearing into the blackness of the night. We were in danger yet again. It wasn't just the water, nor the thunder and lightning. It was the screeching owls sweeping from the treetops and the frightening, cunning rats. I pulled the froglets close to me so I could whisper to them and tell them what I intended to do. We would all stay very close and move as one toward the safety of Little Pond. That way, the owls and rats could not attack us all at once. Although the froglets must have been very afraid, they formed a strong group, and we ventured towards what we could only hope was the safety of Little Pond. Exhausted, I felt myself slipping into the darkness. My next memory was of a beautiful dragonfly with wings flashing in the moonlight. The storm began to die down. I explained to the froglets how we would set out to search for Ernest. Staying close together, we would hop over to the little pond, calling out his name. Ernest, where are you? The dragonfly hovered over us and called out.
Why do you look so worried? Why are you out so late? Can I be of assistance? What's wrong? What's up?
Anxious though we were to be off, I gave her a full account of the missing froglets.
I see. I see.
And she flew away with the speed of light nigh we had just witnessed. Hardly had we taken a few jumps forward toward the little pond before the dragonfly returned, calling us to follow her.
Follow me. I'm Madeleine. Mindful Madeleine. This way. This way.
If I had had a tiny doubt whether it was wise to heed a dragonfly, it vanished within only a minute or two, because mindful Madeleine took us straight to the spot. There was Ernest, fast asleep, sheltered amongst the roots of this very tree under which we are now sitting. Dragonflies are the Frog March's friends, aren't they, indeed?
Where are you, Vivian? I can't see you.
That clown Webster's gone and lost his glasses again.
I know you can't be far away with it. Phone? Idle? Come on, look!
Philippa, dear, I'm feeling a little tired. Why don't I just sit here and guess where Rivet might be? Have you looked in Mole's hole? Sebastian, you go and take a peek.
Okay. I'll go and see. Shall we two girls search the reeds, Lilypad?
It's easy peasy. Even my baby sister Tadlia could find Rivet. I know where he is, but I'm not telling.
Oh yeah, just 'cause you're pretty, you always think you know the answers. It takes brains.
Suppose you think it's clever to spend all your time dreaming and cleaning up the countryside.
Yeah, give the world a happy face. Make it green for every race. That's Emerald.
Oh dear. Now the froglets are too busy squabbling to find Rivet.
Froglets! Froglets! Come over here, all of you. I've got some absolutely riveting news.
It's Rivet. We
we sing or should we dance? Should we leap or should we prance? How we dream such wondrous songs in winter's sleep. How we feel the new seeds grow from down deep beneath the snow. How they push toward the daylight new and fresh.
How we rush and how we scurry, how we're always in a hurry to show great Uncle Ernest we're the best. While other feet are tapping, ours are merely flapping. The feelings are the same, you must agree.
Does the twinkle in one's eye match the twinkle of the sky? Then it's springtime for the froglets we can see. How we brush our winter's flippers while you wear your winter's slippers. And we show you life is new and life is bright.
How you wear your Moses glasses to impress everyone that passes. Nature makes us know the world is right.
Here's to every girl and boy who cast off their Christmas toy to venture into woodlands soft and green. And their eyes behold a sight, oh so wondrous, such delight. It's froglets leaping round and round a springtime stream. It's froglets leaping round and round a springtime stream. It's froglets leaping round and round a springtime stream.